Hi everyone, welcome to our kit release for our Piece of Cake Masculine. Now, it always is hard to create for guys, and here it is, a guy talking, so I know how hard it is. You know what, there just isn't that much stuff for us, is there? Maybe, I don't know, it's because of you can't use as much color, you can't use as much, as many elements, things like that, because, maybe we'll turn our nose up at it or whatever. But this kit, whew, Mary Fran knocked it out of the park. The colors, the rich navy, the blacks, the plaids, the stripes, it has all the things that you want in a male kit. Really, if there is a male kit that you're going to want, this is it. This is our Piece of Cake Masculine. Before we move on to see everything, I'm going to show you this is our bundled collection. And for those of you that are new to our videos, our bundled collection includes all 5 coordinating products. You buy it as one item and you get all 5 of these downloaded. You do save 20% versus purchasing them individually. And when you have so much creative options in this is going to extend every bit of your creative options for this male themed kit. There are no duplicates. It is an enhancement too. So let's get in and have a peek at this. So in the FQB, I'm going to start out with an element. This is a birthday name label. It's happy birthday to my amazingly fantastic and truly special blank. Now, if you want, the blank is there so you can write in somebody's name or something like that. But included are all these pre-made tags. So as you can see, a great font, it's already done for you. The words are done. All you do is you print that one out as well, or digitally just layer it on top of that original thing that we just saw, and you put in whatever's appropriate. So imagine you could have this kit and you could make it for your brother-in-law and make something this year. You could make it for your father-in-law. You could make it for your grandpa. You could make it for your uncle, your husband, whatever. Look at how many there are. There are 15 different labels that you automatically put onto there. And boom, there you are. So how awesome is that to have all that work done for you? There are a few balloons here, and then we head into our background papers. The background papers are fantastic, and you're seeing already the colors develop. The true navy, you know how navy can be a hard color in order to get that true color, where it doesn't go too purple on you or things like that. That is a beautiful navy, as is this green. They match so well together where it's not a male themed kit that has that kind of, I don't know what the word is really, kind of almost like a dark feel to it. You know how some of them can get, just because of male themed things, it can get a little too kind of to the subdued, dark, almost somber mood to it. Whereas this does not have that at all. This has such fun, bright, cheerful, but yet not being kiddish. There you go with the hexagons. What a great idea Mary Fran came up with. These are the patterns. Instead of having florals and things like that, there's some geometric shapes in there. It gives such interest in a male way. Like I said, you can't use florals with the men. You can't, things like that. So here are the ways to do it. Obviously, you can see in the background papers with the different patterns, with the plaids and everything else. It is so quintessentially male, but done in, like I said, such a light and upbeat way, so that you have an adult version of this. This is not kiddish by any stretch, but it's also not that subdued one. So into the elements, look at the great birthday cake. Obviously, if you're having a birthday collection, you're gonna want the cake in there with the candles. That is a given without saying. The bow ties, what great elements, right? Again, super thoughtful ways of doing things. The brackets, that can be used in so many ways as just a small decorative feature. So easy to do. Whereas most men's stuff has like a metal type thing or things like that. Why not use things like the brackets and the bow ties? Those are your accent things. Great candle cluster, Make-A-Wish. That could easily be a main cluster for your birthday card, or attached along the photo for when you're doing layouts. Maybe you clip it onto the frame here before you and put the photo in behind before you print it out, or put it into your layout. Again, so many options. Here's the hexagons in separate builds. So you can build even further on that paper that we saw, that stationary back with the hexagons. You can build whatever you want out of this. And Mary Fran has done one for you. So if you're limited for time or you just have that creative block, here you go. It's all done for you already. How awesome is that? But there's also a blank label. We recognize that not everybody has English as their primary language. We want to make sure you have options at that as well. I hope your year is a piece of cake. Again, fantastic finished labels. Again, in that hexagon shape, in order to coordinate with what's going on in the kit, it makes it feel and blend, and it goes together so well. To my favorite guy, obviously in both spellings, one with the U in it, one without. Obviously there's a couple of different spellings there. Again, there is that navy and white. That striking contrast just gives such punch, stunningness to the cards, right? And again, Mary Fran has done all the hard work with giving you these things in order to make it very easy to choose a main element. Then you get to build around it. You don't have to be you don't have to overly create things with this, but yet the blank ones are there because we want you to be creative. We want you to have those opportunities in order to use this kit year after year after year for whomever male is in your life. We want, maybe it's your dog. Maybe you want to send your cat, make a card for your cat. Maybe you want to make a card for your neighbor. Well, that's not included in this. So in the words that Mary Fran has previously done, we want you to have that ability in order to do it yourself. And there it is, right? Many, many tags. There's some ties, some regular ties instead of bow ties. Again, a great element to go in with this. And here is the present. Now, the present, you get a bottom, you get a top, and you get it all put together. So you choose what you want to do. Because as you can see, you could have the bottom only glue along the sides and the very bottom, leave the top open. You could have a top to it, which maybe you attach a tag, glue a tag onto the back of this, and then you slide it into the present. So people can actually have a functional card or a function on your layout where you slide that out, and maybe that's where your sentiment is written on. You talk about what happened on that day or what birthday it was for him. Whatever the case may be, there is fabulous, fabulous ideas. Ribbons, which are great accent pieces. I'll show you how I chose to use that on my card when I created that. I just needed a little something because I had a lot of white space in the one area, and I'll show you how that worked out. Squares, again, the squares are fabulous. Lisa Shaw does a great card which she utilizes squares on, and it makes for such a great folding card. The design of the card is fabulous. Now you add that in for interest. Oh, you've got it all in a bucket of cheese right there. Enjoy your day. Again, there is that navy and white, which is so appealing. Again, done in blank as well because we want you to be able to say what you want. Here are, again, tag labels. Look at how much stuff is in this kit. Both blanks as well as fully done for you. You have so many years of creating, not only for birthday. I want to say that as well. There's a lot of birthday stuff in here because that's a common one that is created for. But you can use this for anniversaries. You could use this for get well soon, a retirement, whatever it is, because you have all the blanks in here as well. In the little bits, so the little bits comprises more of fully finished items. You do have the separate candles in here, so you can put those and arrange those however you want. But you get a lot of these labels. So again, a great place to turn to for your main element, for a source of inspiration. We want you to have those things because obviously when you're creating, whether it be a scrapbook layout, a mini album, a card, you start with a main thing. That's kind of your main thought. And the Little Bits is a perfect place to turn to because it comprises of a lot of those items that are fully finished for you, as you can see with the label, like full done, main element, there you go. Now you work backwards from there in terms of the papers you choose, stuff like that. Great digital stamp, so happy birthday stamp. That can be placed on any paper, anywhere. You put it on before you print or you layer it on digitally, and obviously all the background is opaque. You just get that wording and that phrase. So just as you would use a polymer stamp, many of you are familiar with those and have used those for years, the digital stamps work exactly in the same way. And many, many of them with lots of sentiments so that way you have lots of opportunity and lots of option. In our two, so again, our two paper pack, you see the same patterns that you've seen before, but not in these colors. This extends your creative options with your papers, so you will not see this diagonal blue in anywhere else. It is only in the 2 paper pack. Being that this is a kit that you will have for years to turn to. This is going to be one of those kits that every year you have a birthday's coming up, whatever male things you want to create for, you're going to come back to this kit again and again. So these are very useful to have. The solids, as you can see, have a great pattern in them, so they can be a standalone background paper, but you can also use this as your digital cardstock. You want to back main elements, you want to back photos, things like that. Here it is. You have the exact color match, which is obviously super important for it. The alpha, again, alphas are made in order to highlight things. If you want some punch, you want to highlight that it's somebody's 65th birthday. You want to highlight that they are 8 today. You want to add their name. That is exactly what we use an alpha for. So uppercase, a bit of punctuation, so you can have exclamation marks, or you can have apostrophes or things like that. So if you're using it as an emotion, maybe it's love that you want, or whatever it is, maybe it's their nickname. You want to highlight that in your cards and layouts and mini albums. The alpha is the place to turn for that, and you have the full set for it. So before I let you go, that is the entire collection and what is included. But before I let you go, I want to give you some inspiration. There is the layout. So as you can see, Mary Fran chose to use that stationary back. So that started out with all the hexagons already on there. But look at how many things she used. Look at how many additional word tags and labels in order to accentuate that it was my 35th birthday. Obviously, you want a layout in order to have interest. You want it to all be kind of cohesive in terms of its theme and just enhance the photo, basically. And boy, did she ever do that with this layout. Such great elements. You see how she added in the bow ties, the balloon, the cake, so many things to add in, so many things to use. In the card, here is a happy birthday card. And again, I started with this main element. I added in a couple of ribbons. And here is what I was talking about, using the ribbons for the white space. See how it just adds a bit of color and kind of draws, again, coordinates the cohesiveness of it. I use the same tonal colors in order to add it up there and to give it a little more interest. And then again, this cheers cluster with the hexagons is already done for you. This enjoy your day is already done for you. And the blank ticket, all done for you. This background paper was one of the background papers. This striped green paper, that's already done. This is a paper. So I did not add these items on myself. That was already done for me. And again, shows you how easy you can put together a card. And this is one of literally hundreds that you could make with this kit because of everything included in it. Thanks for tuning into this kit. Before you dash off to get it for yourself, please click on the subscribe button below. That'll let you know every time a new video is released. As well, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments below what you liked about it. Are you inspired? Are you rushing off now to create some cards for birthdays that are maybe not going to happen until May or something like that? I know this provides a lot of inspiration and excitement, and I know you'll love creating with this kit. Thanks again for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy creating with our Piece of Cake Masculine Collection.